Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are welcome to the Atmos room. You are now rocking with the best, rocking with the Ben Macaulay. yes, yo. Alright, let's jump to this real quick.
Pulled up in the big body forming, chilling at your gate. Told you the time that I'm coming, so you never late.
If you've decided to jump into the very exciting world of Dolby Atmos mixing, you've probably wondered if it's possible to do bus processing in a Dolby Atmos mix. And the short answer is yes. And even though you cannot do bus processing in the traditional stereo mixing way, you can still do reverb and delay send, and you can create an LFE bus to route the deep sub bass in your Atmos mix directly to the LFE channel. And I'm going to show you how. First of all, when you're creating a bus in your stereo mix, you'll be routing the output to left and right, basically. But in your Dolby Atmos mix, you'll be routing the output to your beds. It can be a 7.1.2 bed or 9.1.2, depending on your configuration. Or you can actually still route your output to stereo in the Dolby Atmos mix. But if you do that, you would only be sending signals to two channels in whatever position you choose in the room. What I mean by that is stereo is left and right, two channels. So which means you could decide to put the two channels in the front of the room, in the middle of the room, or the back of the room, whatever you decide, okay?
Hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me.
This is a very, very nice song. Ooh.
Buy me Benz's, Maserati, and Rollie.
This is an amazing song that I mixed in Dolby Atmos. This is Hold Me Down by Hooks. And I'm going to use it to show you three simple ways I use bus processing in a Dolby Atmos mix. So the first thing we're going to look at is the LFE bus. The LFE channel is a dedicated sub-bass channel in Dolby Atmos. So you want to make sure whatever you're sending to the LFE is your very deep sub-bass, because whatever you send to the LFE plays out of the subwoofer. So let me show you how I use bus processing to route all of the deep sub-bass in this record directly to the LFE channel. The first instrument I will send to the LFE bus is the kick. But let me first of all show you how this is done. Creating bus is a very simple process, right? Let's say I want to create a bus. I'm going to go down here, select, and I'm going to bus, and I'm going to select any bus. So let's do bus 5, for example, and I want to make this my LFE bus. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is change the output. If you look down here, you see right now it's on stereo output, but I want to route this directly to the LFE channel. Now, the LFE channel is number 4 in my Dolby Atmos setup. But the first thing we're going to do is turn this bus to a mono bus, because the LFE is bass, right? It's a mono signal. So to do that, it's very simple. You just go to channel mode and just click, and that would change this to a mono channel. And then next thing you want to do is route the output directly to the LFE channel. So we're going to come down here where it says stereo output. You click and hold and go to output and go all the way down to mono, and then go all the way up to output 4 and then select that. Now, whatever we send to this bus is going to be routed directly to the LFE channel. There's a few other things I've done in the LFE bus to ensure that only the deep sub bass is actually going to my LFE channel. The first thing I'm doing here is using a gain plugin to, make sure my gain staging is right. For Dolby Atmos, you have to make sure you don't exceed -18 dB LUFS, when you're done with your mixing. So you have to constantly check your gain staging to make sure no channel is too loud, to avoid pushing your Dolby Atmos mix over -18 dB LUFS. And then I'm using this EQ to do a low pass filter to filter out everything above 100 Hz to ensure that the only thing going to my LFE channel is just the deep sub bass of whatever signal I'm sending to the LFE bus. And also, I need to quickly mention that I'm sending a copy. I'm not routing my bass directly to the LFE bus, right? I'm only sending a copy of my bass to the LFE bus, because you still want to have bass playing from the other channels, right? I'm using the TDR Nova. This is actually a very nice free plugin, by the way. You can just Google and download. Very, very nice dynamic EQ. So I've soloed the LFE bus, and as you can see, I've done a low pass filter to literally just filter out everything above 100 Hz. So this is how I use bus processing to route the deep sub bass directly to my LFE channel. Okay, now the next thing we're going to look at is reverb and delay sends.
I'm pretending that they never said it.
So we have some backups here.
I'm pretending that they never said it.
Right? And I wanted to use reverb and delay to just create a little bit of depth in the Dolby Atmos mix. Let me show you how I've created reverb and delay sends in the Dolby Atmos mix. Again, the process is still the same, right? You come here, you go to bus, and then you select whatever bus you want to use. But just like before, you will notice that the bus output is stereo output. Now you want to change that to surround output, because we are trying to do reverb send, and we want the reverb to play out of all of our bed channels. So we're going to go here and change this output to surround. surround. The same process, you just click and hold and go to output and go all the way down, and then you see surround. And now we have the surround panel, right? But the great thing is Logic actually comes with surround reverb, which is great. So I'm going to show you how we use that. And also Fab Filter plugins actually work in surround mode as well. And I think New Gen has a lot of surround plugins for reverb and delay. I'm going to get some of those as well. Very, very dope. All right, so let's go back to setting up our reverb send. So we're going to go in here and load Space Designer. If you look down here, you see where it says stereo to 7.1.2. That's what you want to select. And when you select that, you get your reverb, but this time around we have a surround reverb. And I'm going to go ahead and send signal from all of these channels to the reverb bus. That's what I've done here. I've actually set this to the max because I'm going to use the reverb fader here to control how much reverb I want in the mix. Okay, so that's that. So if we play this portion of the record now and you look at the meter down here, you see that we have signals going to the reverb bus, and that's going to be playing out of all of the bed channels.
I'm pretending that they never said it.
Right, so you can see that down there.
I'm pretending that they never said it.
Right, so that's very, very cool. So what we have here is a 7.1.2 bed, and you know, we have reverb literally coming from all of the channels all around. So this is very good for creating depth, right, in your Dolby Atmos mix.
I'm pretending that they never said it. I'm pretending that they never said it.
Right, and I could actually go ahead and continue processing my reverb the same way I would process a reverb in a stereo mix. For example, usually I like to use an EQ to control the reverb in a stereo mix. I could actually go ahead and do that here. So I'm going to use this TDR Nova as well. And this plugin is actually very amazing. As you can see, it works in surround as well. This plugin is actually a free version of the Fab Filter Pro Q3 EQ, right? It has the same features. It's a very nice dynamic EQ. I recommend that you should download this, to be honest. As you can see, we can actually go right into the channels and make adjustments as needed. But anyways, I want to do a high pass and a low pass filter to just control the reverb, right? So I'm going to do that real quick. I want just the frequencies around maybe 500 hertz to about 20k.
I'm pretending that they never said it.
Let me solo the reverb. Right, see how clean the reverb sounds. Right, so the same way I'd process my reverb bus in a stereo mix, I can actually still do that here in the Dolby Atmos mix, which is actually very dope. And then let me show you the last method for my delay send, right? So this is my delay bus. Again, the same process, I've created the bus, but this time around, my output is set to stereo. Right, but I've gone down here to change the pan mode. So by default, the pan mode is set to balance, which goes left and right. But because this is a Dolby Atmos mix, I've gone ahead to set the pan mode to binaural panel. Now what this is going to do is help me place this stereo delay in specific position on my bed channels in the room. For example, I've set the spread here to like 180. So I want the delay playing out from the left surround, right side surround, left channel, the right channel, and the center channel. So that's what I've done here. If I wanted to do something different, I could set this to maybe 90 and just move it around to the back, and we'll have the delay playing from only the back channel. So it's actually quite exciting to be able to do all of this. So let's listen to that actually.
I'm pretending that they never said it.
Right, so that's the delay, right?
I'm pretending that they never said it.
Yes.
I'm pretending that they never said it.
So I could, you know, I could move it around,
Pretending that they never said it.
right?
I'm pretending that they never said it.
I could actually automate this to go around in circles.
That they never said it.
It's actually quite cool. So this is how you use bus processing in a Dolby Atmos mix, okay? It's actually very simple.
I'm pretending that they never said it.
Very simple, very exciting,
I'm pretending that they never said it.
right? Very simple and very exciting. And I hope this helps you if you have decided to dabble into the exciting world of mixing in Dolby Atmos, okay? This song is really nice. There's one sound here that's my favorite. Real quick before I end this video, wait, hear this guy.
You're nothing like the
Yeah, this
rest.
sound. This is my favorite sound, this beat. Like, do you hear that? So I placed it right here, like towards the middle of the room. It's actually very, very nice. So you feel like the sound is just here. Actually quite dope. If I brought it closer, how would it sound like? Yeah, so it feels like it's on top of my head now. Beautiful. Bro, listen, mixing in Dolby Atmos is so much fun. Trust me. It looks complicated. Over time, you will get it. It's so much fun. It gives you opportunity to be very, very creative even while you're mixing, which is very, very dope. Okay, so that's going to be for now, and I hope again this benefits you if you've decided to dabble into the exciting world of mixing in Dolby Atmos. So if you found this very useful, make sure you leave me a like and subscribe if you've not subscribed to the channel. And if you need to book my services in mixing in stereo and Dolby Atmos, you can use the engineer's link below to book my services and you get cool discount. All right, and if you've not listened to my Project-Atmos, I'm going to leave the link down there below. And I created a free recording template with a free Afrobeat preset for Logic Pro users, you know, for upcoming artists and producers that want to record themselves. All the plugins are stock plugins, so you're good. All you need is just Logic Pro, right? I'm going to leave a link down there below so you can download that as well. All right, so that's going to be for now. By the way, bro, I'm almost at 3K subs. That's wild. And shout out to everybody that's subscribing, okay? And if you want to join the Atmos Room Gang, which is our exclusive group in this YouTube page, you can click join. It's everywhere on the channel. Just join and support me beyond your likes and your subscribing, and I truly appreciate it. By the way, when you join, there's a lot of perks, man, right? First of all, I treat you like a VIP. When you drop your comment, I respond to you first, right? And then if you join the Atmos Room Gang, hey, you can send me 5 records every month, beats or full song to listen to and give you my mixing review, right? And then if there's problems, me and you will fix it together. Do you understand? So let's go. Hit the join button and join the Atmos Room Gang. So that's going to be for now, man. I shall see you on the next one. Benny McCauley out.